Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Cozy Chat, where we talk slowly about all kinds of fun topics. This episode is perfect for beginner to intermediate English learners. Today, we are going to be talking about camping. I wanted to talk about this today because I just got back from a camping trip. We went camping in the south of France for about 2 weeks. Since I live in Barcelona, there are very nice places in France, which are only about 2 hours away from where I live. There are lots of ways that you can go on vacation, and maybe at some point I will do an episode talking about all different types of vacation. But today I just really wanted to talk about camping because that is my favorite way to take a vacation. I used to hate the thought of camping when I was a young girl and even a young adult. I didn't really understand why anyone would want to do it. I didn't really know why people actually enjoyed sleeping outside and not having a normal bathroom right next to you, and cooking being more difficult, and all of these things. I never really understood why people liked camping and why people chose camping to be their vacation. But when I started doing it myself, I realized that it's actually really fun. There are a few different ways that you can go camping. One way is to sleep in a camping tent and to have a sleeping bag inside. Some camping tents are small, and some camping tents are really big and can fit a whole family and can even have different rooms. We have a camping tent that we used to use a lot. My husband and I like to rock climb, and camping is a very easy way to stay next to the mountain that you're going to be climbing. In a future episode, I will definitely get into my climbing hobby. But now, usually what we do is we stay in a bungalow at a campsite. A campsite is a big area that is organized where you can camp in different ways. They will have an open area where people can put camping tents. And these areas usually include lots of trees. It can really be out in nature and it can really be really beautiful. And then there will be another part which has bungalows. Bungalows are like these small houses, very small houses, but they're usually pretty nice. They have everything that you would need: a kitchen, a bathroom, bedrooms, things like that. Sometimes the bungalows are a little bit more basic and they don't have running water. But in the campsite, there is an area where you can wash dishes. There are bathrooms, there are showers, and you can also wash your clothes there are these different kind of buildings that are set up in the campsite. So if you are staying in a camping tent or in a basic bungalow without water, you can go there to use the bathroom, shower, wash your dishes, and everything like that. Now we usually stay in a bungalow just because it's much easier with kids. I really do love staying in a camping tent because I love sleeping outside in a sleeping bag. But right now, for us and our small kids, sleeping in a bungalow is a little bit more comfortable because we have a bathroom nearby. It's a little bit easier to cook and everything like that. Another way to camp is to even just lay a sleeping bag on the ground and sleep under the stars, meaning sleeping outside without anything over you. My husband and I did this a few times when we went on camping trips. We just laid a sleeping bag outside and slept there. And surprisingly, I slept so well like this. I slept better in my sleeping bag on the ground than I usually slept at home. So I think it must be the fresh air or just the comfort of being outside that I just really like. And that helps me to sleep well like that. We've only done that 2 or 3 times, but when we did, it was really fun. Another way to camp is to stay in a RV or in a camper. An RV is a large vehicle, which is also something that has a living space built into it, where a camper is something that is usually pulled or towed by another vehicle, which includes a living space in it. So sometimes, actually many times, at these campsites, people are staying in these RVs or campers. Another way to camp is to stay in a van. Many people convert a large van into a camper. So they put a bed in there and a little kitchen space. My husband and I actually did that several years ago. We spent several months building out a van and made a really nice, cozy living space inside. So that was what we always stayed in whenever we went camping or climbing. There are a few reasons why camping is my preferred method of vacation. And the main one is that I love being out in nature. I love to wake up and walk outside and have the majority of my day outside. That is not something that my life is like usually. I'm usually inside. So when I'm on vacation, having that change and spending lots of time in the fresh air and in the woods, I find extremely relaxing. And at these campsites, they usually have activities. There are workout classes. There are, say, yoga, Pilates, things that are organized every morning. At least it's like that usually where I go. And there's also usually a restaurant at the campsite. They may have parties at night. At the campsite where we usually go, they have live music several nights, and you really get to know everyone who goes to the camping, and it's just a very nice atmosphere whenever you have everyone together at these parties outside. And also for kids, it's really great because they can run free within the camping, ride their bikes around, and it's just a little bit different than real life because they're in an enclosed space, but it's very big, so they ride their bike to the supermarket or to go see other friends or to do other things. And it's always just really fun for them. So that is it for today's episode. I would really like to know in the comments, have you ever gone camping before? Do you like the idea of camping? Or is it something that you are not interested in? I would love to hear what you think, and I hope you have a wonderful day. I cannot wait to see you in the next episode. Bye.